the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire.
Today is Sunday, June 13th. America, here's your soundbite. I know we have a short attention span, but maybe you could stop watching TV for a little bit. American Idol can wait. You know, sports, you might want to put that on the back burner. How would you like it if oil and the price of gas went up for $6 to $8 a gallon here in the next few weeks? Would you like that? Well, that's about what's going to happen. Oh, by the way, toxic rain is going to fall in the United States and kill off a pretty large percentage of the eastern part of the country. You think I'm kidding? Try listening to the following broadcast. And by the way, did you guys ever hear that there is such a thing called the Book of Revelation and the Bible, which predicts all these things? You can also go back and do some study on the Hopi prophecies of the Indians. Yeah, there is such a thing as spirituality, and if you ever had an anti-God mentality, did you ever hear the phrase that there's no such thing as a atheist in a foxhole? Well, you're going to end up finding God here pretty soon too, by the way.
And I have to read this. The oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico may have apocalyptic consequences. A report of the Russian Ministry of Natural Resources said the British petroleum oil spill is threatening the entire eastern half of North American continent with total destruction, report says. An ominous report by Russia's Ministry of Natural Resources warned of the impending disaster resulting from the British petroleum oil and gas leak in the Gulf of Mexico, calling it the worst environmental catastrophe in all of human history, the European Union Times reported. Russian scientists believe BP, folks, please write these words down. I'm going to spell them for you in just a moment. Russian scientists believe BP is pumping millions of gallons of Corexite, C-O-R-E-X-I-T-E, 9,500, a chemical dispersing agent, under the Gulf of Mexico waters to hide the full extent of the leak, now estimated to be over 2.9 million gallons a day. Experts say Corexite 9,500 is a solvent 4 times more toxic than oil, 4 times more toxic. The agent, scientists believe, has a 2.61 ppm toxicity level, and when mixed with the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, its molecules will be able to phase transition. This transition involves the change of the liquid into a gaseous state, which can be absorbed by clouds. The gas will then be released as toxic rain, leading to unimaginable environmental catastrophe, destroying all life forms from the bottom of the evolutionary chain to the top.
Tonight's big story and mystery is unfolding across Mid-South farms. Something is killing crops, trees, even weeds, and nobody seems to be able to explain why. Thank you for joining us. I'm Richard Ransom.
I'm Claudia Barr. The farmers are scratching their heads, and some are worried their crops may be lost to the mysterious plague. It's happening along a large swath of land near the Shelby and Tipton County border, along Herring Hill Road, and elsewhere near the Mississippi River bottoms. Sean Shivot is just back with more.
Richard, Claudia, take a close look. This is what has farmers worried. These tiny dots look as though something burned straight through the leaf, and they're finding this everywhere. The tiny dots appear different depending on the plant. On corn stalks, the dots seem to turn white in the center. On other plants, a white dust speckles the leaves, then destroys the green life underneath.
We found it all in the herbs, in the flowers, in the plum tree, in the weeds. It's apparently on everything.
Tony Holt grows organic produce that she sells at area farmers markets. As these farmers inspect the new growth covered in the perplexing plague, they fear their entire crop may be lost. Just down the road, less than 10 miles at Wilder Farms, the damage could possibly hit hundreds of acres of corn.
It's sudden, and it's so wide. It's so large out here. Everybody's seeing it.
It appears to have hit everything. Crops, weeds, trees, and there's nothing in common. The Holts raise organic crops, so they don't spray pesticides on any of their fruits and vegetables. The first thought was a parasite or insect, but Wilder Farms sprays pesticides, and the damage is just the same. Farmers here first noticed the damaging dots over the weekend. Then Holt came home to find this, baby martins dead.
There's 2 dead birds hanging out of 2 different gourd houses, and so we're concerned about that. We don't know that it's related, but it's alarming. You know, we have horses. We're concerned about the horses on the grass. We've got chickens. We sell our eggs at the market.
Now, the farmers that we spoke with are convinced that something in the air caused this damage. They're asking the USDA as well as other experts to look into this problem, and we are too. Reporting live downtown, Sean Shiba, WREG News Channel 3.
All right, thank you, Sean.